Hi everybody, this is Coach McCurry from Baseball by the Yard, and today's tip is going to be for infielders, but it could be for outfielders as well. It's basically for anybody who's going after a fly ball that's pretty far away, in which the fielder has to run a pretty far distance in order to get to that ball. It involves a phrase called running to the spot. So I'm going to explain what that means and how to do it, and give you some tips on getting to that ball a little bit faster. Here we have a trajectory of a ball that is actually a foul ball down the left field line, and based on where the star is in terms of where that ball is going to land, it's going to be a very hard play for a left fielder, a third baseman, or a shortstop. Now, for our purposes, we're going to use a shortstop here, and of course, based on where the shortstop is, that is going to be a very tough run for the shortstop. It would have to be a ball that's hit pretty high in order for him to get there. So it's going to be a tough play, and I'm going to show you how a shortstop can cover a little more ground in a shorter period of time. Now, most shortstops, when they're going to go after a ball like this, are going to keep their eyes up on the ball as they are running. But of course, if we keep our eyes up while we're running, it's harder to run as fast as we can. I'm going to give an example of sprinters here. This photo here shows Olympic sprinters who have their eyes facing down out of the starter's block, and that is because the human body can run faster when the head is down, at least at the very first few steps. Of course, if they were to get out of the starter's block and look up at the sky, they would only slow themselves down. So we're going to take that principle of keeping your head down and apply it to the shortstop. So back to the shortstop here. So when a ball is hit, a shortstop is going to take the first couple steps with his eyes on the ball. And he's doing a couple things. The most important thing, he's trying to read the trajectory of the ball to figure out where he thinks that ball is going to land. He then takes his line and is going to run straight to that spot where he thinks the ball is going to land. If he does that, he can then cover some ground the next few steps with his eyes down like a sprinter, or at least running with his eyes on that spot, on that star. So yes, he is temporarily taking his eyes off the ball in order to get his eyes looking forward so he can be like a sprinter running as fast as he can. When he approaches that star, or where the ball is going to land, he then picks his eyes back up, finds the ball, covers the last few steps, and makes the catch. So it's something that does involve some practice, but it can cut the time that an infielder would have to take in order to get the ball. Now, of course, anytime you take your eyes off the ball, there's going to be a risk. You can lose it in the sun. You can lose it in the clouds. It can be a twilight game. You could be playing on a field where the lights aren't that good, and it's tough to pick up the ball. In those cases, then, an infielder probably should never take his eyes off the ball. But there are many examples where you're on a field where this can actually apply. Certainly you would have to know that before the ball is hit, but it can help an infielder and even an outfielder cover more ground in a shorter period of time by temporarily taking their eyes off the ball, making their line to the ball, finding the ball, and then making the catch. So there's your tip for today, and for more tips on all areas of the game, go to baseballbytheyard.com and check out all my written posts as well as many other videos as well. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. Have a great day.